It's time for Coach's Comments, presented by Southside Auto Tech after the Stars shut out the Lancers for the second time in the last 3 days with a 4-0 win tonight. And, as we're joined by head coach Rocky Russo, clinch a Clark Cup playoff berth. So, Rocky, congrats on that. First off, 4 seasons with the team, 4 playoff berths, and looking to go a step further this year.
When I got here and Mr. Fernandez purchased the team, it was, the organization wasn't in the best of places, but the playoffs playoffs are expected around here. That's just part of what we do, and every year we're going to compete for a Clark Cup championship, and this year's no exception.
And another shutout effort here tonight, second time in 3 days, doing it against Omaha. 18 saves for William Prowse, exactly what you needed against Omaha.
Prouser had a great weekend, and although the workload wasn't high, he made the saves he needed to make. And, whenever there was an opportunity to maybe get a second or third chance, he was able to manage his rebounds. He was able to control those and kind of just kill plays, keep things calm. And, I'm really happy with the way he played on Thursday and again tonight.
Goaltender of the week?
I don't think there's any question about that.
Tied for the league lead with his teammate, Jan Shostak, now in shutouts as well. This has been a nice couple of games for him. Like you said, it was a tough game last Saturday. You were due for one, but he certainly bounced back exactly the way you wanted.
Yeah, he's a rookie goaltender who didn't even play that much last year. And so it took him a little time to adjust to the pace, adjust to the level, and he's been everything we could have expected and then some. I can't say enough good things about Will, and certainly he's been a really important part of our success.
Jack Picard with the hat trick. Each year, 3 goals before the empty netter. Second hat trick of the season for him. 4 goals over this weekend. Might have a case for forward of the week right there as well. Tell me about his huge weekend.
Obviously we lost a couple guys to injury in the first period, and you need your big-time players to step up in big-time moments, and Jack kind of took control and said, come on, boys, follow me. I'll take care of business, and that's a true sign of a leader and a guy that gets it. He gets it, and that's what makes this team special. Our leaders, our captains are pros, and they don't ask anybody to do something they're not willing to do themselves. But then we have leaders amongst leaders. We have guys that aren't wearing letters in that locker room that are very much as instrumental in the success and leadership and maturity in that room as anybody else. So, I'm really happy to see Jack get rewarded. We've talked about his habits and doing things the right way, and he's been a guy that we can rely on all year long in all situations. Obviously, he's first over the wall to kill penalties. He plays on the power play. He eats up 5-on-5 minutes. But, tonight we needed him to score goals, and so that was the assignment. He went ahead and he fulfilled that. Haven't
had too many games where you've had to deal with multiple injuries in the same contest. What challenge did that present here in this one?
Well, it's unique because, Maltz got kicked in the chest. Maltz has a cut from here to here on his chest. And so he came back to the bench, and he's like filleted open like fish. So he went into the locker room, and he got sewed up, and he could have come back. He wanted to come back. But I told him his night was over at that point. He's fine, obviously. He's fine. He's stitched up. But that's a scary thing, right? That's a scary thing. And fortunately, Corey's right there to take good care of him, and the doc and the medical staff are here to take care of him. And then Gio gets an upper body injury, unfortunately, right at the end of the first period. And he probably could have returned, but, you're not going to risk it in a situation like that. So both of those guys will be fine, which is wonderful. But, you hate to see guys get hurt, and you hate to see them come out in the middle of a game like that. But, other guys get the opportunity to step up. We played 4 sets of wingers and 3 centers for the rest of the game, so a lot of ice for Cade and Jack and Schleiner. And, Della steps up. I thought he had a great game. Lefty, I thought, had a great weekend. and some other guys got a chance to play more prominent roles. Griff was Mr. Physical tonight, and he was running guys over and challenging guys to fight, and that's a part of his identity as a player. He's a great defenseman, but when he plays with that confidence, you see a different player, and that's what we saw tonight. And he's a young kid, and he's learning and he's growing, and you kind of see him continue to take steps in the right direction. But I really loved his physicality tonight, kind of set the tone for the second half of the game.
Got to think lefty's due for a shorthanded goal, the way these last 2 days have gone, don't you?
He's a little flustered that he didn't get one today, but that obviously what he did yesterday generates the first goal of the game, which was huge. So he's been really good on the penalty kill, and I kind of hung that carrot on him a few months ago, and I said, listen, man, if you can have details to your game, you can have a good stick, you can block pucks, you could be a killer for us, and he's done a really good job with it, and that enables me to kind of take some ice away from other guys to keep them fresh.
Rocky, a 3-game weekend sweep. Congrats on this. Congrats on clinching the playoff berth as well, and talk to you next weekend in Fargo.
Thanks, Joel.
That's the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo, and this has been Coach's Comments presented by Southside Auto Tech.